off the G5 jet. I'm on my way to a brand new kit.
Very excited to get this review in. Absolutely love this Ringke case. Now, I'm not just saying it because they sent it to me. They sent their whole lineup in exchange for fair and honest reviews. This case is freaking awesome. One quick thing before I show them to you. Sneak peek. Boom. I actually open my cases and use them for a few days before I do the review. I like to use the cases and tell you if there's something that doesn't look or feel right. Tell you, I got the mint green, titanium green S24 Ultra, and I have the, I guess violet is the official name, S24 Plus. But look at these. Sometimes I can't even tell the cases on it. Now this is the matte. As you can tell at the bottom of the screen, Ringke Fusion Matte Clear case for the S24 Plus, S24 Ultra. God, I love these. Now, and here's the good thing. This is probably the main reason why I like this case. I don't really get fingerprint smudges, oil from your hands, fingers. Can't really tell. Now, that's due to the matte finish, the cloudy look, M-A-T-T-E finish. The super clear, 100% clear cases typically always show fingerprints, smudges, oil, dirt, debris, stuff like that, because it's 100% crystal clear. This, you get the see-through effect without the smudginess. Another thing, on the totally clear cases, on the back, it's just like, it feels plasticky and super slippery. The back of the case feels like the back of the phone. You know what it actually feels like, to be completely honest with you? And I pulled this phone out just to make the comparison. It feels like the back of my Pixel. If you're a Pixel owner, this is one of the best looking phones. But not only is it one of the best looking phones, it's also one of the best feeling phones. It has like a glass. It's hard to describe. It's if you've owned this phone, it's hard to describe, but it just feels great. It is smooth, but it's not glass smooth. It's like frosted glass, right? Same feeling you get on here. Let me do a close-up. No, check this out. We're also going to do these. We're also going to do a review of those, the lens protectors. Now, I'm going to do it in a separate video because I'm going to install it. We're going to check them. We're going to do camera comparisons. So if you want to see those, please check our video. I'm going to record it right after this. And I have a special promo code for you. Promo code RKS24 eSIM. RKS24 eSIM. Promo code up to 20% off on these cases. You can either get them at Ringke.com. Or you can, I believe the promo code does work on Amazon as well. I had a subscriber tell me it worked on Amazon. Now, let's get into it. Really, really, really nice cases. Look at these. Let me do the solo look. You're gonna love these things. I promise you. Check this out. Just very elegant, very nice, perfectly crafted. I mean, their R&D team did a phenomenal job at the molding of these, as far as when they actually make the design, how it fits. Look, if there's any downside to the fit, it is a little tight going on, but I mean, that's personal preference. That's not a negative on the case, right? And you have a nice big cutout for the S Pen on there. So let's take it off and examine real quick. It is tight coming off, but that's a good thing. Let me tell you why. The back of the case. So this is a matte. Now, this back panel is matte. Okay, so check this out. I haven't cleaned these cases. I think you've been using them for the last few days. I think I wiped it down yesterday. And I did it by accident. I was not going to wipe it down over the last 3 days. I normally wipe my phones at least a few times a day. But I was not going to on purpose because I wanted to show you, the viewer, how much, if any, smudges or oil fingerprints this case would pick up. So I haven't wiped it down in about 24 hours. You can tell there's a little something up there, but that can easily come off. But I wanted to show you, and I wanted to see, I was kind of using it as a test to myself to see how much, if this would pick up any, because when I was using it for the first day, I was like, damn, this is not getting any fingerprints. And then I was thinking, well, when I do the review, I was like, you know what, I'm going to not clean this so I can get a good, feel of how nasty this would get over, a few days usage, and basically nothing. So if you're like me, you don't like clear cases because of the reasons that I stated, this one appears to be different. This one is different. I can guarantee you that. So look at this. So many places we can start. Where do you want to start? Let's start at my favorite place, air pockets. Let me move this to the side. Now, this case is exactly the same case as this one, so I'm not going to examine both because there's no point. The same design on here is the same design on here. This is just for the Ultra with the S Pen cutout. But air pockets, cutouts, design on the back, these little lifters on the back, all the same. So this is just for aesthetics, for look and feel. So you can get a good example of what it looks like on a S24 Plus. But on this one, you do have air pockets. I love air pockets. It's like an airbag for your phone if you drop it. Just gives an extra cushion. Obviously not one on this corner because of the S Pen, but you got air pockets on all four corners, right? And you can see them through the top. You can see them. You have nice cutouts for your dual microphones up top, and you have lanyards. Now, good thing is you have lanyard cutouts, the little wristband thing, on both sides. Now, why is it good? Normally, when a case company puts lanyard cutouts on their cases, it's only on one side. Rarely do you see it on both sides. See the holes here? See the holes here? Now, why does that matter, you ask? Well, because if you do have a lanyard, it means you can use it on both hands. So if the cutout's here, if you want to hold it with your left hand, you can run the lanyard through there and on your wrist, left wrist. Or if you're right-handed and you want to use your lanyard on the right hand, you can run the lanyard through those cutouts and run it around your right wrist. I'm telling you, most case companies don't do that. So this just goes to show the amount of detail and thought that they put into designing these. You have a little branding right there, very hard to see, but you can see it nonetheless. Now, on the back panel is polycarbonate, PC hardback. It gives it a rigid, it's a little flexible, nothing super stiff, but it does flex a little bit. But it's nice and rigid, which is good, because if you drop your phone, you want the back to not flex, and you want the sides, which are TPU, which are flexible, you want to absorb the impact. So all this goes into protecting your device if you drop it. You have dot matrix. So this back's polycarbonate, and you have dot matrix TPU borders. So what's dot matrix? Let's see if we can tell. Can you see those tiny microscopic dots inside the side panel here? That's so if you did not have the dot matrix in there and you put your phone in there, it would look like water is inside your in between your case and your phone. Sounds weird, but it is a real thing. Dot matrix in these clear cases became popular probably 4 or 5 years ago. Before then, no company would use a dot matrix design, and it would look like your phone has water, or not water in it, but in between your case and your phone. Nice cutout, S Pen, speakers, Type C, and it perfectly, as we mentioned on our previous Ringke case reviews, it's a cutout, it's in indentation, it's like a grooved fingerprint. It's not just a hole cut out. It's actually grooved to perfectly fit your index finger or whatever finger, right? You don't see that on a lot of cases. Check this out. It has these little lifters on the back. You see those? Why does it have lifters? Right here? You see them? See this one? That's so when we'll put our phone in there, I will give you an example. That raises it up just slightly off the ground when you're laying it flat on its back so the cameras don't scratch, right? Speaking of cameras, look at that cutout. Perfect cutout. You have your power, your volume down, your volume up. Now, check this out. Here's another fine detail. They are cut out, right? So you have a cutout on the bottom, cutout on top, cutout bottom, cutout top. Makes it to easily press in your volume down, volume up, power. Now, your power is ribbed. It's cut, it's grooved. Listen. So you know when you stick your hand in your pocket, you're like, oh, that's the power button. You know exactly what to push. Your volume down is smooth, and then check this out. Can you see that? Your volume up has one dot on there. You see that? Not so again. If it's in your pocket, you know exactly which button you're pushing. I do that all the time. Or you know, I'm always wondering that when I'm listening to a podcast. Somebody asks me a question or something in public, instead of pulling my phone out and being rude, I'm like, I stick my hand in my pocket and I turn down the volume, right? Now I know exactly which button is which. So enough talk, let's put the phone in there again and I'll show you a couple little more details remaining. It is a little difficult, not difficult, that's the wrong word. Here's the right way to put it in. It's a little tight. If I had I don't have any complaints really, but if I had to just give you one, which is not even a complaint, it's personal preference, but it is a little tight. But that's a good thing, honestly. I shouldn't say it's tight, it's just very snug. I'll put it that way, very snug. But here's what you do. Put the bottom end in first. So take your bottom, put it inside the rails, slide it all the way to the bottom, and you're going to usually need a flat surface, right? So on a desk or counter, put the bottom in, push down all the way to make sure it's sitting flush inside the case, and then push down and pop it on. So the bottom's in, push down, pop it on, just like that. So let's go to the back, right? Actually, let's check the cutouts real quick. Nice and precise cutouts for the dual microphones up top. Nice and precise cutouts for the Type-C, your third mic on the bottom, your speakers, and S-Pen. We'll test that out. Nice and easy. Lip protection. How much and I'll show you the lip protection on the S24 Plus. But look, it gives you an adequate amount of lip protection here. That is that's more than you're going to find on other clear cases. I guarantee you that. Tons of lip protection here. As far as when I say lip protection, as far as how much, it's typically on the top and the bottom, how much higher the case sits up off of the screen. So when you lay it down face flat, you're not going to scratch the screen, right? And you have room, a little lift around the sides. So let's check that out. As you can tell, lift up off the sides, and then the top and bottom right there. Trying to hold it at a good angle, I apologize. Now, around the back. Look at this camera protector. It's basically flush with the cameras. So that means on a lot of cases you'll see the cameras, the actual glass of the cameras sit underneath the case, right? They sit underneath the case. So the case material will actually sit above the lenses. So when you lay it on its back, you're not going to scratch the lenses, right? Well, this is flush. Flush meaning it's even. So that's why this case is very thin, and that's one of the reasons why it sits flush. So that's why they put the lifters on the back. So when you lay it on its back, it's not going to scratch the lenses. All right. So let's look at the Plus. Nice cutouts, power, mic on the bottom, speakers. You have the lifters on the back of this one as well. You see on all four corners, right here and right there. Right there, right there. And this one sits flush too, right, with the cameras. Now, this case does work with these. If you're wondering, a lot of times these camera protectors don't work with cutouts, individual cutouts with these, because a lot of cases the cutouts are so close and so tight to these sensors, you can't put these protectors on with a case. Well, with Ringke, you can. You can use these lens protectors. Now, these are for the Plus, and they do work, and I will show that in the review of these. But if you get lens protectors for the Ultra as well, the lens protectors work with the Ringke case. So the Ringke lens protectors will work with the Ringke cases. I wanted to make sure everybody was aware of that. So here you have nice cutouts, precise cutouts. You got, as I was mentioning, lifters on all four corners on the back, so the camera lenses will not get scratched. And let's look at lip protection here. Lots of lip protection for a clear, thin case. Actually, it's pretty incredible. They give you a ton of protection for what you're getting. So, I mean, and it just looks freaking nice. Look at the precise cutouts of your mics up top. Same thing with these power buttons. You have the ribbed, grooved power button here. You got the flat, smooth volume down, and then on the volume up, you have the one dot right there, so you know which one is which if you're not looking at it. You get the lanyard cutout on both sides. And the dot matrix in here as well on the side panels, so it looks like you don't have anything on there at all. You get nice colors come through. I can't tell you how much I've enjoyed using this case. Freaking awesome. It's well worth the asking price of this case. Now, Ringke is typically underneath their competition on prices. Not only that, you can use our promo code on the top left of your screen to get an even further discount on top of these affordable cases. So this is a win-win in my opinion. Again, I am not a clear case fan, and I absolutely love these. I have no plans of taking these cases off anytime soon. So if you're wondering if you should get it, I would say definitely get it. I believe you will enjoy them. So they're just really, really nice. But if you got any questions at all in regards to these cases, in regards to these phones, hit me up in the comments. I check them every day, and be more than happy to help you out or answer any questions you have in regards to anything, specifically these Ringke cases or these devices. But do appreciate the time. I'm going to get out of here, but please check out if you're interested in these camera protectors. I'm going to record it right now, so please go check out the video for that. And I will see you on the next one. Peace out.